And now, the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast, predicts the future.
This year will be a year of things happening, some unexpected and some not expected, as well as things that might have been expected unexpectedly not happening. I see a very powerful politician saying something controversial that might upset some people, and some of these people will be complaining. Something will happen to a big major Hollywood star over the year. It will surprise some people. In the stock market, there'll be stocks that rise and make investors a lot of money, and I see some shares falling, and some will be upset about it. There'll be a terrible weather storm somewhere, and I see a popular trend sweeping the planet, and there'll be renewed interest in something, and there's something else, and in addition to all of this, the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast, will limp on to a second lackluster season, and the final warning is, watch out behind you!
The Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast. Journey to dimensions of existence even more moronic and idiotic than ours. Alternative universes of such stupidity that we've constructed. The Battery Operated Magic Toupee. Warning! The following comedy is intended for mature audiences and for those not easily offended. If you're of a delicate disposition and offend easily, for example, if we refer to you as a silly cunt, we recommend stop listening immediately, cancel us now, and fuck off. The Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast! Do you not wake up in the morning only to realize that you've stopped breathing? Do you just lie still and not notice that your ice-cold blue flesh reeks of the stench of decomposing flesh? Well, on the next Yes, It's Another Morning, Montague Gloomsworth, author of the no-selling book Are Those Pennies on My Eyelids or Are You Not Pleased to See Me, reveals that you may be dead. He offers invaluable tips such as lie in a wooden box and have the said wooden box buried in the ground or flung into a furnace. All this and more on the next Yes, It's Another Morning. That's morning as in early in the day, and not mourning as in feeling sad about dead people. But first, Stan!
Oh, hi, Harry.
Why, Stan? Why so glum?
Oh, Harry, I just don't know what to do. I have a problem that's ostracized me from the community. No one wants to be around me.
What is it, Stan?
You see, Harry, I suffer from fecal incontinence.
Fecal incontinence?
I'm not able to control my bowels. Suddenly I'll just be somewhere and I'm not able to control myself and hold it in. It's caused me to be banned from temple services, the dentist, and I just got fired from my job for dropping a load on the showroom floor with our managing director.
With your managing director? You mean your managing director also joined in and dropped a load in his trousers?
No, with our managing director in the room.
I see. You know, Stan, I know exactly how you feel.
You do, Harry?
Yes, I too once suffered from fecal incontinence.
But Harry, you always seem to be a guy with tight, disciplined sphincter control.
There was a time when I would be caught unawares. One day, as I was getting married, it was the middle of the ceremony, and as I said I do, I went. I did a load that ended the marriage before it began, and that, Stan, is when I learned the secrets of Bagwan McGintee's multidimensional bowel movement techniques.
Multidimensional bowel movement techniques.
You see, Stan, I don't poop in my pants. I poop in other people's pants.
I don't understand. You mean you steal pants from the laundry or the underwear drawer and take a dump in it?
No, I am actually able to crap in another person's pants while they're actually wearing their underwear.
I don't understand how that's possible. What the person whose pants you're pooping in holds the waistband wide open so you can take a dump in it?
No. You see, through Bagwan McGintee's multidimensional bowel movement techniques, after just 6 easy lessons, my digestive system in anus now exists outside the multidimensional space-time continuum and is able to transcend the unified laws of molecular singularity and dimensional continuity, which allows me to poop in another person's pants.
That's extraordinary. Can you show me?
Observe.
Oh my God, what's happening? What are you doing? Oh God, that was awful. That was the worst thing I ever experienced. Stop that now! Oh my goodness, from nowhere, your poop just pierced my pants. You pooped in my pants? I feel so violated. That's the most terrible thing ever.
For you, Stan, but for me, I have a spotless clean bottom with no poo smells.
Wow! Bagwan McGintee's multi-dimensional bowel movement techniques. Thank you, Howie.
1 week later.
Stan! Why, Stan, you look happy.
Oh, I am Howie. I just did Bagwan McGintee's multi-dimensional bowel movement techniques course, and now...
Stan?
No, sorry, Harry, but don't blame me. Blame Bagwan McGintee's multi-dimensional bowel movement technique course.
Battery Operated Magic Toupee. Upload more shit.
Throughout history, there were men who wrestled with the question, what is the meaning of life? Why are we here? These men are philosophers, and now your opportunity to call upon their great wisdom in Ask the Philosopher, starring modern-day philosopher Prakten Gestalt Flugelman III. Our first question comes from Sidney Prang.
Thank you. My question is, I'm very confused in life, and I can't decide which career path to take. Can you decide for me, great philosopher?
Thank you for coming to me, my son, and I call you my son because knowing your mother spreads her legs more than a gynecologist's test dummy, you might actually be my son. You might be my son, the butcher's son, that goofy chiropractor above the shoemaker's son. You could be the son of Fred Smelt, the fishmonger, which is an ironic name for a fishmonger, since he has the name of a fish, not Fred. There's no fishes called Fred, but there is the smelt. So he has the name of a tiny fish. He might as well be named Fred Tiny Fish the Fishmonger. It's like George Asshole being the town proctologist, since a proctologist works with assholes. I also know a Harold Asshole who also works with assholes, but he's a psychiatrist. You'd think they were brothers, but their names are spelled differently. George Asshole is spelled Ashole. They're probably from two different families, or maybe the person who wrote the name on the birth certificate was an asshole who couldn't spell. I quote Martin Wiseman, who ironically wasn't a wise man, but occasionally made some pretty smart remarks. He once said, "A bicycle with its leather seat that has been worn down by the friction of repeated bottoms using it is a great deal like your mother." And he did mention your mother by name. Come to think of it, you could be Martin Wiseman's son.
What about which career I should choose?
Yes. So regardless of who your father is and what a slut your mother is, to answer your question about being confused in life and not knowing what career to do, it is written, and I'm not sure where it is written. It is written is just one of those things that people say. It is written, but when you try to Google it, you can't find it, and you end up getting listings of Armenian restaurants. It is written is actually a way of saying something about somebody without the danger of that somebody hitting you. For example, if I say your father smells like an unwashed moose's backside, you could take it personally and you could punch me, but when I say it is written that your father smells like an unwashed moose's backside, you can't do anything, because I'm not saying that. I'm saying it is written. You go find the guy who wrote it and you punch him. Same thing with the air quotes. If I say your sister gave me a dose of monkeypox, I am cleverly comparing your sister to a hairy orangutan, but you can't do anything because when I said monkeypox, I said monkeypox in air quotes. It's far cleverer than just saying your sister looks like a fucking baboon and has fleas. You can say anything when it is written, and with using the air quotes.
What was written about my career?
Yes, it is written. It's written by a most famous philosopher who once wrote about that, which was written by an even more famous philosopher, and he wrote about that which was written, which was this. If you travel down a road, at times the pavement can become rough and broken, and little bits of pebble and dust get stuck in your shoes and your clothing, and there are obstacles in one's path that can be dangerous, and you can fall down and you can hurt yourself. And if you hurt yourself, we can help you take legal action and get compensation from the local council for not properly maintaining the roadway. You just call the number below and speak to the Legal Vulture hotline. Now, some claimed he wasn't really a philosopher, but he was actually a solicitor who was sent to prison for 5 years for defrauding the public by posing as a philosopher. While he was in prison, he wrote the following words of wisdom. He wrote, "Ow, my poopy pipe hurts so much I can't sit down. Why, oh why does Big Snake Johnson have to be my cellmate?" And he also writes, "Big Snake Johnson says hello to your mother. And speaking of your mother, here's 50 pounds I owe her for personal services." And I put the personal services in the air quote.
Hold it right there! Stop! This is the end of the sampler! If you want to listen to the rest of this thrilling episode of the Battery Operated Magic Toupee. Click on the link below, or listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And listen to this.
As we gain a higher understanding of stupidity, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Hence we bid farewell to the battery-operated magic toupee, pooting and spooing and farting thick brown smoke as it dimly staggers from reality to reality on its moronic mission.
You have been listening to the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast. It was performed and was written and produced by Elliot Stein. Copyright 2025, Gargoyle Entertainment. Thank you for listening. That was a sample of an episode of the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast. Please click on subscribe and like and all the other cool and generous buttons that are on whatever site you just listened to this on. That helps us a lot, and we really appreciate it. What you just heard was a sample, a taster, and if you like the taste, come listen to the whole podcast on Spotify, Apple, and other cool podcast platforms. And if you really liked it, really liked it, come be a member, a paid subscriber on the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast Patreon page for the complete uncut episodes and lots of other cool shit. Each episode takes 2 solid weeks to create and lots of resources to produce. It costs money, and we rely on the generosity of our members to keep the comedy going. And you can visit our webpage at BOMT.UK or Battery Operated Magic Toupee.UK. And don't forget to tune in to the next thrilling episode of the Battery Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast.
Toodles!